Welcome to the March of the Crusader. Another work week has gone by, and I've been looking forward to playing this while commentating. I'm getting a feel for it. Alright, what do we need? The heart, right? The hot. Okay, we've cleared all this. It's kind of weird to play a game like once or twice a week. It messes with the flow of it just a little bit, but that's fine. I see I got just a few viewers watching my channel. Just a few. I thought, that's neat. I was thinking, who do you tailor the channel to? And in the end, it doesn't really matter, because these are made for just what I think about them, right? And that'll make them more consistent than anything. Like, if it's something I think I would watch, then maybe. No, I'm not gonna sit and listen to myself, but I think you get the idea. Maybe. I was gonna play this earlier, I peel my beady little eyes open. But, I just don't feel like playing a game as soon as I wake up. I need a little time to get moving. I've been playing around with the thumbnails a lot. I think I've come across a good one. I'm using Google AI to generate them, and it's pretty good. You have to be very specific, and there's a daily limit. So it's better than anything I could do by myself. So I think it's neat. It's a very neat feature. But it will, if you're like, alright, change the aura for the Paladin in this picture. Sometimes it'll give you a completely different picture. So you gotta be specific and be like, hey, can you change the aura and leave everything else as it is? And then you can actually start making some progress with your picture. Yes. You just gotta talk in a way AI understands. Anyways, I was thinking, because I said in the last videos, maybe be apolitical, don't get that stuff going. But I'm also just kind of like, who are these for? And it's something that I want to look back for me. Obviously, acquiring an audience is good. That'd be very good. And that would add more dynamicy to doing this. Especially if there's people I'm like, I can communicate with about it. But as this moment is for nobody, it's for me. I might have already seen it, but, and I'm nobody. Just some guy who has his day off and is recording himself playing. That's it. Now I have the welcome to the March of the Crusader. I'm probably gonna drop stuff like that for future playthroughs. I don't think it's bad, and I think it's maybe sets the tone. And I'll kind of, like a journal, right? Just kind of start them off a little nonchalantly. You get going. That's kind of the vibe I'm looking for. But we'll see. I'll do what I'm feeling at the time, right? Right? hell is it? Probably. And you know, I see there's other ways I could set up the microphone. But again, if you like I said in the other videos, I'm trying to keep the consistency, like how I choose to start it is how I'm gonna finish it. I think that's best. As much as I might say, you know, this is just something for myself, I still got to take into consideration that it is public. It's on a public platform. It's just, what balance am I looking for, right? If I ever, for whatever reason, look back at these, I want to know that what I'm listening to was, like, you know, genuine, and that I didn't take a lot of cuts just because I'm being very considerate of everybody else. And that sounds like an awful thing to say. You're naturally always going to consider your mannerism, right? No matter if you're talking alone or to someone, I think. I don't know. Let's just grab this heart. Put it in the cube. Impossible. It's impossible, I guess. You know, that's a shitty defense, right? Right, that's my little sentence filler at the moment.
You have found Kali?
Yeah.
Not here.
Oops. Let's see if we can find that two-socketed helmet. Need that. Okay. 3 life per. That's attack rating, and that's magic fine. That's good with zeal. We'll see. Well, that's attack rating and magic fine. What else does this do? Minimum damage. We'll see. If we're missing a lot. I know 3% life steal isn't great. I don't know. I'm not really thinking.
What the? It is an honor to serve you.
Good. Ah, no sockets. Should just use that 12 helmet.
What you need?
There's another one. 9. See, it won't even be worth it at that point. I don't remember the exactly what it does, but I'm not gonna trade out that much. Right, hopefully these guys can do some damage. Alright. Well, we know we're not going to be using this 3% life per hit ring. Missing a shitload of those. We want that attack rating. No, we want to seclude him, man. We want to seclude him. Where is he? It's Peckerhead. You know, I had like a good thought before I started any of this, and it left me. And the thought did revolve around how to approach all this. And the end result is basically naturally. Naturally is best. But at the same time, what is natural? You're always putting on, like, talking to myself's not natural, right? That's already a change. Even talking to any one person, like, you are making compromises. You know, manners are something you always got to consider. Each person you talk to, the conversation is tailored specifically for that person. That guy's gonna die. But since I'm just talking to myself, like, this conversation is gonna be tailored just to how I feel about everything that's being said.
Good day.
But it's also, and you think, well, you know, that's how you think. That's how you just think to yourself, right? But there is a difference here. Now, as time goes on, it's natural for me to talk about this process at the moment, because this is new to me. But we'll just see. As time goes on, I'm gonna try to, like, not be talking about the act of actually doing this, because I feel like I've been doing it quite often, and nobody wants to keep hearing that. If that's me, I don't want to keep hearing that.
What do you need?
Through the work week, I was like brainstorming, like, I could talk about this, and I thought some interesting stuff, but I don't remember it all. And, like, I don't want to, like, I want it to be off the top. That's what I'm going for. So we just keep practicing. Off the top with ideas floating around, right?
Shine anew with
A little
the
bit of
light.
both worlds. That's like a fit. That might fit. Get in there. Alright. Now, as a caster, the last few classes I remember playing, Mephisto could packs a punch sometimes. So we'll see. This could be the death of me. Mauler piece of shit. So, as you probably know, there's, like, I live with kids, right? And one of them, they were watching these people play a game. It looked like, I never played it, but I think it's easy to see that it was probably Roblox or something. I think we all know what that looks like. And I was listening, like, alright, she really likes this. Why? And I was listening, like, what are these guys saying? And it was really just, you know, how they were reacting than anything. Right? Because they weren't really saying nothing. And when I say reacting, I mean, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, how they really expressing it, right? It wasn't light. It was like big reaction. They really liked it. She enjoyed that. Maybe they say something in a funny tone or whatever, and I'm not gonna be doing that. That's just not gonna be my style. That wouldn't be me, and that's probably not them either. Or maybe it is. Okay, we got a bunch of garbage. We're not gonna use these. And we could sell that. Nah. There's another guy I seen playing. He's an older guy. And he was talking a lot about, oh, they do some damage. Like religion and stuff. And beliefs. And that's cool. That's what he's thinking about. And he was just talking about what he was thinking about. And you know, I listened for a little bit. I'm not like, I'm not a religious guy. But I don't mind hearing what he had to say about it. His own opinions about it. But that kind of illustrates two ways you can take it, right? Do you take like a showman route that's gonna just make people watch? Or you just talk about what you're thinking about, which, you know, isn't gonna be captivating for a lot of people. You'll probably think, well, it could be. But like, there is a bit of that consideration of how much showmanship you got that is really gonna affect your success here. There's no way around that. It's just how far do you want to go with it? Wow, that's nasty. It's nasty right there. Bomb to death. Meteorite to death.
Yes.
So that's my struggle.
Good evening.
It's like, if you watch UFC or something, boxing, well, you have like Muhammad Ali, who was selling the fights. And, you know, he had to, like, he was a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to think of an example. It'd be easier, like Conor McGregor, right? Like when he's talking to Khabib, and you know he's like dissing his home country and his religion and everything, and he's really getting that fight energy going. And then people like really want to watch it because they think Conor deserves a big punch in the face. And he got his there, but obviously he does that just to sell it. And you got other showmen like Chael Sonnen, is that how you say his name? They do it to sell it. Other than that, like I never, unless you're like really into UFC, like I never heard of Khabib before that. And you made like what Conor McGregor did was unauthentic, but it really gave that guy popularity. So you look at like Muhammad Ali and some of those guys, like he was annoying the shit out of them. Like they didn't like it, but he really sold those fights. And I'm thinking about it, and I don't know, I just don't feel, I don't want to say ethical, but I kind of just want to keep it me. Because there are ways, as I was, you know, really researching, and, you know, got even research to know this, but, like, there are ways you can drum up attention. What do we need? You want this, or this, 5 hits, extra 6% damage. It only slows them barely by any, but the yards go up. You get a little extra cold damage. We'll make it match. I don't know. You can tell I don't really know.
I need a key.
You have to be entertaining. That is not debatable. But you also gotta be yourself. Or I think people will see, they'll eventually see through those cracks. And you know, I think it's better for yourself. Alright, you piece of shit. Oh, that's a good spot to die. Come on. We need to funnel them, man. Make them moving so they're not all attacking. I don't know, I'm just repeating myself at this moment. Probably quite a bit. Alright. It's a terrible spot to come back to, but... we'll get this. And go here. Yeah, we don't want that anymore. But we want potions. So I was thinking moving forward, I want to change where I have the mic at the moment. I want to be a little more loose. And the hell was I gonna say? It's just not the day to be thinking. Oh. I do want to focus talking more about the games. But that's kind of why I chose Diablo, so I could get all that other talk I knew I was gonna have out of the way.
It's locked.
You know, I'm gonna be talking about, thinking about, because it's off the top. I don't know. Mephisto. You know, there's a huge difference between if you see someone script something to just kind of go on a whim, wing it. They're two different skills. That's neat. Oh. Let's go over here, man. Just gonna get through these assholes. Alright. We want them out here for our safety. Come on. You're fast. This is why it's good to have full rejuvenation potions built up. And it minimizes how many times you have to leave when you start fighting the boss. Mephisto's not... I want that. It's not. I don't think it's going to be as bad as Dariel was. Because Dariel has frost, knockback, and he's fast. And it's a tiny room. Tiny little square room. And we're almost there. Hang on, man. We're almost there. I still haven't even... I have one more video I gotta upload from last week. and then they'll all be there. It actually takes a little bit of time. Couple, at least an hour per video. We kind of want him as a like a sponge. So Mephisto's not always going to be hitting me.
Yes. Hello.
Come on, Ashira, we need him back. Yeah. Damn it. We're stuck in Zeal. You said.
Yes.
Look at that. We saved that guy's life and $4 grand. But he's going down. That poison's a little treacherous for the mercenary. But Mephisto's probably gonna go down this next time out. I'm gonna guess.
Hello.
Oh. We start to poison, you piece of shit. Get a little early. Should be dead. Look at that.
But our faith in you was well deserved.
You bet.
Lord of hatred shall darken the world no longer.
Cool speech, man. Cool one-liner. 1 to 11. What does this even do? 9 to 26. 3 to 22. But you get extra lightning damage and attack rating. You get life and mana per hit. We'll see. And then the shield is just weaker. Ooh, better attack rating. Okay. Get that in there. Let's give our money back. No. This is poor management, by the way. Alright, let's go to hell. You know, what's the button? Nope. L1? It's L1.
I can't carry anymore.
Let's take a look at it, I guess.
Not in town.
115.
I'll put that to good use.
Something, I guess. Look at that. We're making our way. Okay, this is the best cutscene in the game. I think the original is a little better, but it's still good. We're gonna skip it though, because that's not what we're doing. Let's see.
Good day.
Good day. Let's see if you got them helmets yet.
What do you need?
It's right in that weird magic shit. No. Oop. You son of a bitch. Not one. What a better weapon. It's two-handed. Whatever. What do we got? What do we got for time? No, 30 minutes, 36, huh? Not really. I don't feel like this was really my best commentary. But we continue on. Alright. See you later. Bye-bye.